Good day, everyone. It's time for weather news with J7409. The name you know, the news you can use. I'm going to try to quickly combine the tropical stuff going on with Hector along with the general forecast this morning. Now, Christy, of course, Christy is out there. Christy has winds this morning of 45 miles per hour, and Christy is moving west-northwest. But Hector, here we go. It's a Category 3 now. The winds are 125. The minimum central pressure, 956 millibars. It's located 16.5 north, 152.2 west, and the movement is west at 16 miles per hour. And here's the tracking map in motion. Yesterday, this was a tropical storm watch. Today, it is a tropical storm warning. And as you can see, Hector will be moving across. And when it does, it should be a major hurricane. Still a high-end Category 3 hurricane as it passes by. Then down to a hurricane. Then it's going to go back on out, as you can see, Thursday as a major hurricane. There is a local hurricane statement out talking all about what the effects should be of Hector to Hawaii. I'm not going to read all this. I mean, it tells you everything, your situation overview, your impacts, what to expect and where to expect it. It goes on, and if you need to evacuate. And what I will do, click show more. There'll be a link with this in it, and you can go over all of it and find out everything you need to know about how Hector may affect where you're at if you're in Hawaii. And here, of course, is the GFS map, courtesy of Tropical Tidbits. Before I get going this morning, excuse me, I just want to remind everyone, yes, Debbie is in the Atlantic, but Debbie should not be causing any harm to any land at this time. I just wanted to bring that up. We got so much to talk about. The heat is still on. All of the red flag warnings are still up, and just a whole lot of unsettled weather. So let's turn the map on, and this is what we have to look forward to for the next 24 to 36 hours. Unsettled weather is expected to shift across the south central and eastern U.S. through much of this week. This excessive heat and air quality concerns will persist for much of the western United States, as well as parts of the mid-Atlantic and Northeast. Those red flag warnings continue across Southern California and the Cascades of Washington, and Hurricane John is going to be tracking northwest near the Baja California Peninsula. Now, scattered to widespread showers and thunderstorms is what everyone can expect for central and eastern portions of the country. This is because we have a slow-moving cold front. It's going to shift east and southeast. Now, the trailing end of the front will slow considerably across the central U.S. Slow storm motion along the portion of the front will increase the likelihood of heavy rainfall and the risk of some flash flooding. Okay, this could happen in portions of the southern and central plains, including the leeward side of the central and southern Rockies, as well as along the Ohio River, right on into the middle Mississippi Valley. And this rain, once again, could cause flash flooding. Now, also, there's a risk of severe thunderstorms for the leeward portion of southern and central Rockies, and just I can't stress enough, flash flood and severe thunderstorms are probably going to be for this region, with the excessive rainfall slowly shifting southward with the front each day. It's going to happen for a few days. Now, Hurricane John's tracking northwest and is expected to pass offshore the Baja California Peninsula. Moisture associated with this system will feed northward into the desert southwest, and it will steadily increase the possibility for higher rainfall as a slight risk for excessive rain and flash flooding in effect for Portions of Arizona, thank goodness, they need the rain, they need the water. Also for New Mexico. Now, meanwhile, the rest of the West is going to continue to be hot and mostly dry as the ridge extends from the southwest northward, and that excessive heat warnings they're still in effect for much of the southwest and southern California. Excessive heat watches and advisory area for the northern Great Basin and portions of the Pacific Northwest. Many of these locations are going to be well over 100 degrees. And it's going to be hot, hot, hot. Over on the east today also, our temperatures should be in the 90s with 104 to 105 is what it's going to feel like. I mean, it's just going to be hot, people, all up and down the East Coast one more day. Now, we have an elevated threat for the spread of wildfires. We all know this, and it's still going on. We got red flag warnings currently in place across Southern California as well as across the Cascades in Washington. And the air quality alerts, they're going to continue across portions of the Southwest, California, and Northwest as wildfires continue to infuse the air with just copious amounts of smoke. On the East Coast, strong southerly flow will pump hot and humid air inland, and as I was just telling you, and this is going to be well above normal temperatures and even higher heat index values ahead of this approaching cold front. Now, the heat advisories and air quality alerts for excessive ozone concentrations are in effect across much of the northeast and the northern extent of the mid-Atlantic region through this evening. Heat advisories have also been issued for portions of the deep south through this evening. Expect conditions to begin to improve once this cold front passes through in the coming days. But as I said a few moments ago, this is a very slow moving cold front. So just be patient. Try to hang on, people. We should get some relief from the heat coming up in the next 2 to 3 days. If this is your first time over at Weather News with J7409 and you like to know what's happening with the weather around the U.S. and other areas, please subscribe, click the bell, and check off the email notification to make sure that you get all the latest in weather news, forecasts, watches, warnings, and tropical and hurricane weather news, okay, and updates. So please do that to make sure you get all this. Hurricane season is going to start to crank up probably the end of this month for the East Coast, and you know, September seems to be our worst month for hurricanes, so keep that in mind. Go ahead, subscribe, make sure that you get all the news right now, okay? We're looking at the NAM model map. This map goes for 3 days. I haven't turned it on yet, but this is what it's looking like so far as rain and thunderstorm activity across the U.S. around 8 a.m. this morning. Now, I will turn it on and just let it roll. It'll roll right through Friday, okay? But here we go. And so far as severe weather goes today, it's looking like these scattered thunderstorms, and some of them severe, and you know how they can get with 50, 60, 70 mile per hour winds, quarter size to golf ball size hail, and they do a lot of damage, okay? So keep that in mind. Where should they be happening? It's looking like portions of the Appalachian and the Mid-Atlantic region today, as well as parts of the central and southern plains area and the upper Midwest and the Great Lake areas. So that's what you need to keep in mind. Right now the map's over to around 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. You can see all these systems coming through Oklahoma, down through Arkansas. Some of these have penetrated off the coast now as they've gone off Maine by around midday or a little after tomorrow. Then we have another batch that's going to be coming through. So with all that said and done, everywhere, boom, right in this area, you have a chance of these severe thunderstorms happening, so be aware of that. And we're going to end it up with the CAPE map this morning. Of course, that measures the energy in the air that makes the conditions ripe for waterspouts and tornadoes to occur. That's what this map is all about. It is set for this morning at 9 a.m. And of course, if you see the red, that's about 2,500. When it gets down to the purple, that's about 5,000. So this is what it's looking like around 9 a.m. We'll move up to around lunchtime today and then around 5 p.m. this afternoon. North Carolina, South Carolina, all up and down the coastlines and inland. This is looking rather high. We'll see. That's 2,913 JKG, so that's a lot of energy. Not saying we're going to have anything like this happen. There's just a possibility when you see this happening. The greatest chance is down off water of Cuba, south of Cuba down here. And we'll move right along to around 10 p.m. this evening. It's not moving much at all. Things look pretty stationary. We will move up to midnight, things still hanging around being stationary at this time. For the most part, the Virginia-North Carolina borders over on the western sides of the states have been cleared up though, and this is still remaining wherever you see the red down around Texas, Louisiana, and Florida. You have that outlook around midnight too. So keep that in mind and stay safe, okay? Thanks for watching, people. Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing the comments, the likes, and everything you do for me, the donations, whatever it is. I just thank you for watching my videos and helping me share this information to keep people aware of what may come their way weather-wise. I appreciate it so much, and I love you all. I feel like I know each and every one of you personally. Everybody stay safe. Have a good day, a great day, a blessed day, and much peace, love, and kindness to each of you. Thanks for watching.